Hello again, Internet. David White here from Zestos. Hey, it's great to be back with you. Today we are talking about colour. What concerns me a lot about citrus that you buy at the supermarket or wherever you buy them is the lack of colour variation. And you can, why that concerns me is that natural colour variation is part of natural fruit variation. But because of consumers don't particularly enjoy differences, you can buy a hormone in the US to spray your oranges so they're all the same colour. Now I don't know if that goes on in New Zealand or not, but given that the lack of colour variation and the colour of New Zealand citrus is almost identical to the colour of US citrus, I suspect it does go on. So what does natural colour variation look like in citrus? Well, there's two processes that go on. Firstly, the first process is that the sunlight shines on the fruit when it's green. And as that is shining on the fruit as it is green, it is developing the colour that you will eventually see. So different levels of colour result from different levels of sunshine. And the second effect that goes on is when the cold comes, the cold drives away, so it drives out the chlorophyll colour, the green colour, and reveals what colour has been developed by the sun. So that's why when you travel internationally, if you've been to the islands, when you buy citrus fruit there or go through the markets, there's the citrus is often green or slightly whitish, greenish, yellowish, and it's still ripe, but there's been no colour development because of the cold there. And that's one of the problems with New Zealand limes. New Zealand limes, when they're ready, are actually yellow because they've been through the chilling process over winter, and so that's driven the green away. Whereas people think of limes as being green because that's how kind of the image they have of them, because they come from warm climates when there was never any cold to drive it away. So our first example we're going to have a look at is this tangelo. So the sun has shone down here and developed a colour in tangelos that is quite light. So if we turn this round and have a look at the back here, you can see that the back is quite a darker colour because it's had less sunlight. And if you look very closely here, you can see there's quite a dramatic transition where a leaf or a branch has been and blocked the sunlight. So it's got sunlight here, no sunlight here, different colour development. And if we get another tangelo, so this is, well, it's not actually from the same tree, but it could well be from the same tree, just the back of the tree or the middle of the tree, so there's been no sunlight at all on this tangelo. You can see that it's quite a different colour. So ironically with tangelos, when you get more sunlight, the lighter the colour is, which is the complete opposite of what you would expect for citrus. So I'm not too sure why tangelos are special like that, but they are. It must be something to do with their genetic differences. So if we then jump and have a look at an orange, this is typically an orange you'll buy at the supermarket, all one colour. This has been sitting on the outside of the tree, so it's got lots of sunlight, and the darker colour here is, I haven't washed these yet. Washing just removes the build-up of the black soot there, black sooty mould, and that's normal. But once you wash it, that disappears. So if we go have a look at another orange, again, different tree, but it could be the same tree. This orange here has had less sunlight, so therefore it is less orange. And it's not that noticeable until it would be completely cleaned or polished, and it would become slightly more noticeable. But I managed to I couldn't find a completely white orange, because sometimes you can find them, we'll pick them and we'll find green or white oranges. This is the closest that I could find here. So you can see that it is quite a light yellow colour, almost maybe a bit white, maybe a bit green, compared to, say, the orange that is orange. And so these are the differences that you could expect to see when you've got a natural product. So when you've got a natural product, you should see a large range of variants of colour. We throw out the white ones and the green ones because we think consumers might not like that. But we keep all the other natural colour variations in our product because, of course, we don't spray with any hormones or any treatments to make sure that they're all the same monocolour. So, yet another reason why here at the Zestos Orchard we do things differently and try and do things more holistically to give you better fruit and better health. So, catch you later. Hey, yeah, here's a bonus. Again, I was wandering the orchard and thought this is a much better example of colour. So this is a Mexican lime that has been in the full sun, and you can see here that it is very brightly coloured and is, yeah, that bright colour. If we pop over here and have a look down here, we can see here is a lime on the other side of the tree that's how it naturally sits. It's tucked in behind the leaves, and so if we lift it out from behind the leaves, we can see that it is almost green colour here, where the sun has not been able to shine on it because of the leaf has covered it. So same plant, one side has got green, a very greeny fruit, very light coloured fruit. We pop over onto the other side and we can see that it is a bright orange fruit because of the sunshine. Catch ya!